People come to the gym and they come wanting to box or just wanting to get fit, but they're running from something. People seem to have always been running. Gym's good, but you can become addicted to the gym. When you take it away, the low is so low. You can't buy your way out of this shit. Doesn't matter what you've got. Ricky Hatton just recently, he was off the wagon, on the wagon, suspicious death. We know what it was. Who gives a fuck how tough you are? Listen, you can't beat your mind. The mind is the most powerful thing.
They've done scientific research that the word that we say and the words that we wear has complete and utter effect. They had a test with a cup of water, had love on it, and a cup of water that had hate on it. The word hate alone, fucking made that water all dirty.
The thing is, what we try and do as men, especially, we try and go into the problem for a solution, and we go round and round. It doesn't matter what you've got. The way to get well is to...
Yes, so people, this is a little bit different to what we usually do. I wanted to do a side of the series where, you know, the mental health side, where a lot of fighters, boxers, UFC fighters, don't matter. People just in general, we all have our demons that we have to deal with every day. No one's immune to that. So I know James here, you've been through a lot in your life.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure, you know, a lot of people can take inspiration from the things that you've achieved, the things that you've overcame.
Yeah.
I know recently you've just also given your life to Jesus, so I got baptised.
Got baptised.
Which is amazing, that touches me as well.
Needed something more to fill that void, that emptiness in me.
Yeah, I mean, let's start with that. I mean, what made you want to do with that?
Fucking pain. Pain, mental health. I've always had a firm belief in God, but I needed something else too. You know, I'm open and honest, and I can get vulnerable nowadays, which my old life I wouldn't have been able to do that. You know, I suffer with addiction quite seriously. You know, and I've been in recovery for 10 years now. And I've had a lot of clean time, but I've also had a lot of painful slips. You know, and this is what brings me to, I think, it's where God placed me in this gym, because, you know, I've helped many people. But it's also kept me going as well. You know, I'm in recovery, like I say, I'm in the meetings. But me being placed in the gym, and I think when I came out of treatment, when I first went in there 10 years ago, I was placed here, and I can actually see why that path was given to me. Because through all the boxing and the teaching and being in a gym nearly every day for most of my life, even before I came into recovery when I was boxing, people are suffering, and people, you know, this is why it's so massive for high professional boxing and combat sport, where mental health is very, very apparent. And I understand why now, because I've done a lot of understanding and learning in counselling and stuff. I've done a lot of training, but it doesn't make me immune to suffering. And what it is with the boxing, people come to the gym and they come wanting to box or just wanting to get fit, but they're running from something. People seem to have always been running from something in themselves. I can pick it up and see it immediately. Now, you know, traumas, you know, depression, we call it, anxiety, you know, relationships are a big thing, addiction. Now, traumas from a young man, not even understanding what you're suffering with, but, you know, looking back in the past, regret, and looking forward too much and worrying, it's just anxiety and depression right there. But what it is it takes it away for a short period of time. And this brings me to, you know, like high profile boxing, where a lot of people end up dead early. A lot of people end up becoming back straight to where they left off. So the boxing is so highly intense, you know, it can fix you for a period of time. You know, them things that you suffer with, you're up there in the limelight, you're boxing, you're winning, that is your drug, that is your thing. And them things that are just waiting, them underlying things, that they ain't going nowhere.
Completely agree. I mean, look at what happened with Ricky Hatton.
Ricky Hatton just recently, you know, he couldn't, after the boxing, he was off the wagon, on the wagon, putting on loads of weight, and he's an alcoholic, and he was a drug addict, and that's what actually killed him. People don't note that down, not suspicious death. We know what it was. And fucking mad respect for that guy, because he battled for years. And the same as me, I'm 46 now, and when, you know, him going, I can understand why. It's so difficult, because you leave that life and then all of a sudden you think, what the fuck am I going to do now?
Just like a temporary high, isn't it?
You know, it's a temporary fix. Just people use fucking places and things, materialistic things. People buy shit to make themselves feel better. The only way you can actually get better is working from the inside out, because it's like you're always running. Me, I've been running for years from traumas from a young man and a life. We're all programmed, in my opinion. So I had to program to stay alive and to survive in that life. And, you know, and it served me a purpose, and I started taking drugs and drinking, and then I overstepped that line where there was no going back, where I couldn't live with the drugs anymore. I couldn't live without them. Now I need something else. I'm fucking unwell. Take the drugs away, I'm fucking well unwell. You know, my mental wealth, you know, I don't know how to live life on life's terms. I struggle. I'm, you know, so I had to go into, you know, to live a different way. I had to go away and get help. And
At what point then should someone get help?
like I said, it works for a certain period of time. We can use the boxing. People come, they want to do these fights, and they're doing. And I can see it in them, but a lot of people come to me now because when people like us can get vulnerable, open and honest about it, mental health and about addiction, so many people start training with me. I know they want to ask me, hey, what are you doing? You're doing in meetings? Are you doing, how are you staying? You know, and I want to be open. I tell people I'm a fucking addict, yeah? I'm a fucking addict and I struggle with life. It doesn't matter what I've got on my CV, what I've achieved. I get there and it ain't enough. And I'm always seem to be searching for something more. And like, when you take it away, the low is so low. It doesn't matter. You can't buy your way out of this shit. It doesn't matter what you've got. It doesn't matter. Let's just put it to like Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston and George Michael, just for instance, all died around the same age, all drugs. All struggling, you know, it doesn't matter how much money you got. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you've got. The way to get well is to people to get open and honest and ask for help. That's it. I don't feel right every day. I feel like I'm going to cry. I'll fucking share that in the meeting. I'll get there. Sometimes I'm feeling good. Sometimes I wake up, open my eyes, and I just don't know what's wrong. I just want to cry. And it is what it is, but it's okay not to be fucking okay.
Yeah, that's true.
You reach out, you talk to someone. And the thing is, what we try and do as men, especially, and as women that are struggling, I'm not sexist, is what we do is we try and go into the problem for a solution. And we go round and round playing out that fucking painful fucking episode 50 of the same motherfucking thing, and we get nowhere. What we need to do is talk about it, share it. It takes the power out of it.
So I work, like, as my job, I'm a site manager.
Yeah, beautiful.
So I'm working with all sorts of people from all sorts of life.
Yeah,
even myself, sometimes I'm a bit of an open book.
Good.
But that's how I think that's the only way how I've dealt with my problems.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've told you off camera, like what happened last year.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I mean, but what got me through it was talking about it.
Absolutely.
And even just being open with certain people, because you can't be
absolutely.
too open with everyone.
Because people just want to push you down. And listen, in the end of the world, them people are the people that are suffering as well. So, you know,
it's true.
It takes a man to get vulnerable. It takes to say that you're not okay and you need a bit of help. People think, who gives a fuck how tough you are? Listen, you can't beat your mind. The mind is the most powerful thing. And in the end of the day, the best way to live is with love and helping others. And that is what I've learned. You know, I've been through a lot of different periods of my life and I've been through some mad shit. But what I love today is I wake up and I try and do the next best thing, the next right thing. I live by integrity and love. And I won't ever leave a man down without helping, because too many people are dropping off the grid, dying in fucking silence because they don't know, they can't ask for help. What a real man to say, do you know what? I don't feel right. I'm struggling here. And this is what we should do as humans. We should be fucking picking each other up and fucking helping each other. And like I said, I don't leave no one down. It's very important. This is why the training, people come to the gym because they want to use that to make themselves feel better. And it will work. And it does work, but it's not the full ticket. You know, it will last a certain time. And people, I can see them, they're training every day, doing the same thing. They're getting that momentarily release, but then they got to walk back out there and then it comes back. What we've got to deal with here is gym's good, but you can become addicted to the gym. And what you're doing is you're trying to escape, just like using drugs, people do it, just like using women and gambling, and there's a million other fucking addictions out there.
I mean, I find it's also the people you put yourself around. It's like for me, I mean, I went off the rails a bit last year and I was drinking a lot and whatnot, but it was, I'm not blaming people.
Yeah, you can't blame people.
Because it's me. Because they didn't say, they didn't put a gun to my head. Oh, Dave, you're having a fucking drink tonight. No one done that. So yeah, but at the same time, it's also the people you choose to be around. Oh, do you know what? They're not going to judge me. Fuck it. And that's that. But my number one rule is, as soon as you say fuck it in your head for the wrong thing, it's over.
Mate, it's like the kiss of death for me. I can't drink, so I've learned that through very many painful things. And you know, you might get a momentarily release and just a little bit, but it's followed by some serious horrific motherfucking shit, and it put me in a body bag, nearly as before. And the thing is, I have to live a different way now, and I have to live with a certain code, and I need God in my life to do that. And you know, and some people are addicts, and a lot of addiction in the gyms, a lot. And there is help out there for you guys and you women and anyone that wants to inbox me on my Team JW training. You know, there's meetings everywhere for people that are struggling out there. And, you know, you can get someone to talk to a professional. You can talk to people, many people in the rooms. There's meetings for every different addiction. You got the training, but you got the support with a group and, you know, counsellors and, you know, people that are trained in that area. Someone you can build trust with and be honest. And it's important to be able to get honest with someone. And, you know, there is people out there, there is a lot of help out there, and some people don't know that. And no matter where you are in this country, there is help everywhere. So
it definitely is. I mean, even with family, it's sometimes even more harder with family though, because sometimes family don't understand. It's like, for example, with what happened with my brother.
Yeah.
He suffered terribly. I mean, you know, God rest his soul. It was only last year he passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
And you know, and this is another reason why I'm doing this series, because it's a way of me fighting back and not, you know, falling too deep into that hole of grief.
Yeah.
So
it's the best way, man. To help others is the way forward. Your brother would want that.
Exactly. He was a fitness freak. He was a fitness freak, but like you just said, fitness is
it's not going to fix you.
It's not going to fix you.
You've got
to take those steps to get sorted out. And he had severe.
You've got to speak to people. You've got to ask for help. There's help out there, professionals out there, but there's a group of people in different, you know, that are trying to get well. And you know, there's powers in the room of people trying to get well. Definitely. You know, I've been to treatment centres. I've been to institutions, prisons. I've been through everything. You know, but you know, when you're in a room with people that want the best for you, and people, you get identification and you sit there and you're like, fuck, it ain't just me that thinks like, it's you know, and you can talk about people where you trust, you can talk your truths, and you know, it's a good outlet. And then, you know, you're not on your own out there. And then obviously, you know, well, I've experienced many things in my life, so it puts me in a good place to help others. So the pain that I've suffered with, I see it in people, and I always do, and I believe that's my path from God. Is someone said it to me, my power is helping others, and that'll do for me. I don't want all the big, you know, I've achieved a lot, like I said, but have I ever been, you know, fucking truly happy, truly at peace? No, I haven't.
It's more rewarding, right?
Yeah, I just get to one thing and I want to do another. Yeah. All I want today is peace. I want peace, and I want to live with a code of, you know, with love, and just try and help people. All that old bollocks don't mean bollocks to me. You know, helping someone else and seeing their lights come on is number one thing for me at the moment. You know, torturing people in the gym is close second, but you know what I mean?
but it's a deep one, because like you know, when I was suffering all through that grief, and I was so broken, I'd be going to work. In bits. It was just a week after, you know, having to bury my brother, and I would be going to work.
Yeah, it's not quite.
But and then I'm looking on the trainer, but where you're so low, you start to realise how many other people are broken.
It's fucked out there.
Because it's like I'm looking around. If I'm feeling so broken, and I can see other people in their face, see how broken they are.
So many people struggling out there.
Yeah, there is. It's mad.
It's the way this world is going.
Yeah.
It's fucking feel like we're coming to the fucking end of the world. Like I used to love the 80s back in them days. Like for all this technology bollocks, I'm sick of it, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're forcing us to have to follow. You know, you can't run a business if you ain't got social media. It's all an egotistical fucking bollocks. And for the kids growing up and seeing, it's mental out there now. And there's a lot of people. That's what people regret, and they're living in the past, and everyone's worried. There's financially people struggling out there, and you know, people are just struggling out there.
We just need an outlet. I mean, I don't want to get too, this is what my brand's about and get salesy, but honestly, this is what Walking Kings is all about.
That's good. That's why I agreed to do it.
It's to empower the people out there.
Yeah, I told you this.
I tell you what, because we're all wearing stuff that means nothing. I mean, they've done scientific research that the stuff that you wear have effect on your body, like the names. It's like they did it with the water. I don't know if you ever see that.
No.
They had a test with a cup of water, had love on it, underneath it, and a cup of water that had hate on it. I think they froze it or they did something.
Yeah.
The word hate alone,
Yeah.
fucking made that water all dirty. Made it like all in the
mental.
molecules, all into
Can
the
imagine.
molecule. And it made an effect. So the word that we say and the words that we wear has complete and utter effect. And it goes to even the words that you put in your brain about yourself as well. What do you say to yourself?
Self-hate. We need to have compassion for each other. Like we need to have compassion for yourself. Number one. Now, I struggled with loving myself for many, many years.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
But you know, if I can get home, I can put my head on a pillar. I've been honest. I've had my integrity. I haven't hurt no one. I haven't been dishonest. I'm fucking happy. And I've helped people. And that's the most important thing. One day at a time, people. You know, what we do, we try and look too far in the future, and all that's going to give you serious anxiety.
It's true.
Day by day we live, and the facts of it is the reason I agreed to this, because he's been through it. I get a lot of people wanting to do interviews and do fucking podcasts and that, and I turn it all down really, you know, because I want to stay out of this. But if I can get a message out there to people that there's help for you, and I agreed, that's what I said to you, I agreed to do it if you can post this shit up. Then it's very important, you know. You know, I've just recently been baptised, and that's another part of my growth. For me, it's growth. I'm in recovery. I go to church once a week, and I do, you know, I'm starting to learn the Bible in a way, and I have to have that belief in something else, because I've grown up with something missing inside me. It's like a void, and I've tried to fill it with everything, you know, women, drugs, fucking watches, this and that. Nothing works. Nothing works. And I've always felt unsafe and felt like something was going to go wrong my whole life, and you know, I don't want to feel like that no more. So I just hand over my day, I turn it over and ask for guidance, and I get on my knees, I get humble, I get a gratitude list, I send it out, and I go to meetings and share my truth, and you know, and I thank God at the end of the day, and I do the best I can. And you know, it doesn't mean you're not going to have bad days, people out there, because emotions are there for a reason. You know, what we try and do is run from them. That's our problem as humans. We don't want to feel that uncomfortability. But, you know, it is uncomfortable, but it will pass.
Well, powerful stuff from our friend here, James Wallace.
Pleasure, man.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Really, really thank you for that.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
For me, and what means the most, and of course for James, is there someone watching this and they're going through any sort of problems?
Fucking inbox me straight away.
Message him, message me. You know, there's help out there. We've all been through something, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, just main thing, talk about it and get the help you need, because, you know, unfortunate for my brother, he never got the help he needed. He died of his asthma, but ultimately he weren't managing it because he didn't want to go to doctors and there'd be other underlying issues. It was more to the story that will reveal itself in time. I'll reveal with the viewers. But for today, I feel this is touched enough.
Yeah, I think we've got a message out there.
And then that's the message out there. Guys, appreciate if you subscribe, follow up James, follow up the Walking Kings page. Stay in touch with our journey. And all the best to you lot.